is Zachary Game, and welcome back to my Wonder World. I am having an amazing day, and I hope you guys are as well. And today, I want to get started on one of the summer thingamajigs I want to do for this year, which is the Pier. I'll talk to you about it a little bit more, but for now, I'm going to take the fun way down. I'm going to take the trampoline, boing! And use the water bucket so I can slow myself down here at the very end. Okay, good. I'm gonna get my buddies, my little doggies, at the Cozy Canine cabin on the corner over there, and then we're gonna get started with the build and all the cool things I want to do soon. So, let's say hello. Hello, everybody! Hello! Are you all having a good morning? I know I am. I'm gonna choose a few of them at random. I'm just gonna do you, Steed. I'm gonna do you, Moro, Nico, and Dogalot, Sir Dogalot. And the four of us are gonna go down to the building site where I can explain what I'm gonna be doing for this morning for this episode today. Alright, so if we walk down here, I want to show you guys something before I get too busy. Even though we're not really even like a minute into the video, I would still like to get started because I'm very, very excited about these few developments I want to work on. So if we look over here, over to the sea in my Wonder World, in my Wonder Town, you'll see that it's kind of empty. There's a little platform right over there where I'm planning to make something really big in the future, but other than that, there's kind of nothing here. There are some bridges over there that go over to the spawn area, but besides that, it's still pretty underdeveloped. And since it's spring break now, and we're like pretty much in the middle of a... Did I say spring break? Since it's summer break, whoopsies, since it's summer break, I want to do a lot of summer things, and I think today is like the best time to get started on those, because it's been a few weeks since school ended for me, and I'm very, very excited to get busy. So, that kind of explains why I'm being so busy, up and about first thing in this episode. But yeah, if we go over here, down past this little road that I made beside my house, you'll see this little area over here. Now, this originally was like very hilly, there was a lot of sand hills and stuff, but I kind of cleared it a while ago, and in its place, I put a bunch of really cool stuff up. These are going to be like chests, which I'm going to put materials in for different builds in the future. This one's going to be a community pool, there's going to be one over here where it's a Ferris wheel, and I have this chest. I'm pretty sure this is junk chest. Yeah, it's a junk chest. Whoopsies! This is going to be what we're working on today, the Pier for my peers. And another chest over here. I don't know if I marked it. I did mark it. The Ferris wheel. Okay, good. And what I'm going to do for this whole like stretch of land over here, this little land bridge of sorts, I'm going to make it into the summer area. We have the spring area way over there with all the cherry blossoms. You can just barely see it over there. That's one of the builds my friends made. And this area, like I said, it's going to be the summer area. We're going to have a bunch of like summer themed things like the community pool, like a beach, and the pier as well. And then we'll be able to expand out into the sea later this month. I am so super excited about it. And the best part about it is that while it is technically a big project, it's not going to take like a massive amount of time and work for me to do, so I won't bog myself down like I usually do with big projects. With that out of the way, I think I can get started on some of the things I chose, or some of the materials that I chose for the build, and then we can get started. I think I'll also talk about some other things, maybe things going on in my life, and things I'm just like really excited about, but besides that, we are so ready to get building. So, I'm going to take some oak logs over here, and we're going to get started on the supports, because every good pier needs very, very good, strong supports, which means that we're going to have to go... Ooh, I don't know what this is doing here. Maybe like a few months ago I tried to get started and I forgot about it. But we're going to go over here, and we're going to try to choose a good place to put these supports down, and then I can get talking about all the fun things I've been doing. So I'm going to go out, I think we'll have to go out just a bit. It might be blocking the way of the house a teensy bit, but that should be just fine. After all, it is a fun build, so I'm willing to do that. Right over here? Is right over here good? Yeah, right over here is perfect. We can just plop down some oak logs and make a structural support that goes all the way up here. It's gonna be a pretty tall pier, which I guess doesn't make too much sense because we're not like on an incline, but I'll make a way to make it make sense. Is that good? I think that's good. I think it's good. I'll have to work out the rest of it along the way, but this should be awesome. So, for starters, I might have mentioned this already. I know I talked to my friends about it. Ever since summer break started, I've been watching a lot of movies, and it's been a lot of fun, but I've also been spending, I think, way too much time in front of a TV because I spent pretty much the entirety of yesterday just watching Andor, and that was probably a big mistake. It's a great show. I do love it, but I think it was a bit overkill. I'm gonna bring this over around 10 more blocks, and then we can get started on the pier itself. Actually, you know what? This is not wide enough. I need to back up a bit so I can see if this is wide enough. Okay, the plan with the pier is has it be wide enough to fit a bunch of really cool things like Ferris wheels and like have a whole community fair that we can do. And then even eventually bring a ship over here. But with this width, I don't know if it's enough, so I might have to actually bring this over a tiny bit. That's surprising. This is gonna be super wide. Should I bring it out a bit further or no? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with this length. I think it's the width that I want to work on. So I'm gonna take a bit of a step back over here and take another look at it. Is this good? I think I like it actually. I think I like the width there. And I can get started on the other supports. The question is like exactly with what method am I gonna use to actually finish the thing? I know I'm asking a user dog a lot. You're not really a builder, so maybe I shouldn't be. But I think I'm kind of like confusing myself because it's gonna stretch way over here. It's gonna go over land for a part of it. I might change some of this land to be like sand and stuff because it's a beach. I'm gonna be building a lot of like really big things on the pier soon, and maybe even in this episode. So I want to keep that in mind for when I make it, but maybe I'm also overcomplicating things. I think that's something I do way too often with my builds and with my episodes is I get too complicated. I try to make it a certain way and I stop remembering, hey, I'm doing this just to have fun building something. So you know what? I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to get back to building and we're going to have a good time. And I think maybe other people should do that too. I know that's silly. I shouldn't be judging what other people should do. But with that being said, I think maybe since I had a problem with it, maybe other people do as well. So maybe we should all just calm down and have fun playing Minecraft. I don't know. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 9. And I can get the other pillars down. Uh-oh! Did I forget to sleep last night? I could have swore I slept. Oh my gosh, can you not, sir? Please? Get away from me. Okay, I'm gonna make a bed before we build any of the rest of it. And I think what I might do in just a second, since it's gonna be a little bit repetitive, I'm going to maybe go into a time lapse in just a second so that we can get like the foundation for the pier done, or I guess like the structural supports, and then we can get working on the rest of it. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go into a time lapse in just a second so I can get all this done. And I think when I'm done with that, I can also do the more fun bits of it, which is decorating. I have a ton of materials in here, which I mentioned earlier, and I want to be able to decorate the pier before I get started on like the really big projects in it, or I guess like the Ferris wheel and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna hurry up. I'm gonna do a bit of a time lapse to build the like general like the structure of the thing, and then I'll get started on the rest of it. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Bye bye. Alrighty, I did an absolute ton of work. Oh my gosh, I probably spent a good, like, I think 10 or so minutes on the introduction. And then I probably spent, like, I don't know, 20 or so, I don't know. I can't remember, it's been so long since I started. But I'm done now, and it took a lot of time, it took a lot of work. And I changed so much. I really thought that all I would do in the time lapse was fill in this space, add in the fences, and maybe, just maybe add an elevator. But in reality, I made the elevators. I put the fences in, I filled it in the entire place, and I also went through this entire area of the beach and made it all into sand. I thought it was a little bit too messy for my taste, so I just took the entire place, I kind of ripped it up, and I replaced it with like 1,000 or so sand blocks. And you know what? I don't hate it. I think it's a good idea. Now, I was worried that I was going to get rid of, like, all the detail and stuff, and that, like, it would just, like, make it look a little bit ugly. But I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I don't think it's that bad. I also fixed the rails, so the rails are also a little bit less janky. They still split off the way that you did before, but this time it's not, like, curving in, like, a weird pattern, like, zigzagging over to this area, which I quite like. I also had it so that the entrance is along the railroad. There's no real way to stop the minecarts at this area unless you break a torch, so it's not that really not that useful at the moment. But if we really want to, if we're having like a fair day or something, we can always like take this torch out, and then it would automatically make the minecarts break on that rail. So if we take a rail like this, it means anybody coming from the town or from spawn will stop right here so they can visit the fair during a fair day. I think that's a really good idea. But without any much more rambling, I finished the place up, and I really want to get decorating it. And I have quite a few ideas. You must remember me opening a chest when I was explaining everything and like looking at all the materials. I have a ton of wool blocks, and I would like to use them. I also have daylight sensors. Oh, I didn't mean to get note blocks, but to get redstone lamps. But yeah, we also have note blocks, redstone lamps, daylight sensors, and redstone, so we can set up nice fancy looking lights instead of the torches that we're using right now to prevent mobs from spawning. Now, it wouldn't make much sense to have trees on the side, given the fact that we're on a pier, so there's no place for the roots to go. But if you know me by now, you'll see I have a bunch of trees on rooftops, so I don't really care for the realism. I just kind of put them wherever because I think it's nice and pretty. So that's what we're going to do over here, and we're also going to add in the redstone lamps and get a little area situated for the Ferris wheel, because instead of what I was going to do originally, where I was going to have the Ferris wheel situated kind of over there, I'm going to put it on top of the pier. I think it just makes much more sense, and I've also seen a lot of piers that have stuff like that, and that's really cool. I'd like to have something like that for myself. So, first of all, we're going to get started on those lamps. It's a pretty simple design. If you want to have lamps that automatically turn on at night and they're not on during the day, you can set up a redstone lamp like this. You can put like 2 fences up here, put a redstone lamp on top, and put a daylight sensor on top. And if it's daytime, like it is right now, it might turn on immediately. You just have to press this again, and it will set it to night. So that this will only turn on in the night. I think I'm gonna copy this along the way. I think every, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not gonna work. For each place where there's a little oak log, we can just have a lamp there. And for the corners, oh, whoopsies. There we go. For the corners, we can have it just like be 1 block off. So we go 1 block over, 1 block over, and it's gonna meet right here. So we'll have something like that, and I'll try to have it be like that for the entire pier, and then we'll be able to add all the cool shrubs. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna use oak leaves or actually make oak saplings, because it might be too big. But whatever is going to happen, I know there's going to be a lot of really cool plants on the sides, and then we can get started with the rest of the stuff and make all the cool fair things. So let's continue making these thingamajigs really quickly. I absolutely love these. I think I fell in love with them when I first saw people building them as a child. I just didn't know you could do that, and I was so blown away by it. But yeah, let's build these up. Oh, whoopsies, made a little mistake there. And at night, it's going to look super cool. You know what? I might as well get rid of these torches as well, because we won't really be in need of them anymore after this is done. Oh, this looks so cool. I kind of like the uniform design of it all. it just looks really like a professional and something that you'd see in real life, like how real architects would make a pier. It's a bit wide, so I don't know if that'd really be the case in real life. But I think it looks so pretty, and I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like when we actually have these trees in. But you know what? One thing I think I'll do, I'll put it in the ground there. And I think I'll just like have to cover the underside later. Let's get some bone meal on the saplings and see how it looks. I don't know if we can really have that everywhere because it's going to look a little bit bad on the sides because I want people to be able to still look over the edges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this and we're going to have it be, uh-oh, I broke my shears. Oh, okay, I'll make more of them. Anyways, as I was saying, what I'm gonna have to do instead is I'll just have like a fence up and we're gonna make our own trees. If you're confused as to what I'm talking about, let me just get rid of this really quickly and put a grass block in its place. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a spruce fence down and I'm just gonna put oak leaves on the top of them so it looks like its own miniature tree of sorts. I quite like that. And I'll just like copy that down. It'll be on like both sides of these lamps. And that should look pretty good. I don't know if they'll all be the same height. I think I'll make some of them 3 blocks tall and some of them 2 blocks tall. I'm definitely gonna have them sprinkled about the place. And then maybe in the future we could decorate them a little bit. I love this. Oh yeah, and before I put everything else in, let's get that little area situated for the Ferris wheel. So I was thinking it's not gonna be dead on the middle, it's gonna be like on either side. And I think I wanna have it on this side. So you'll be able to see like the festivities and like all like the shacks and stuff that I'm gonna have up, like concession things, like games, like all those fun little things. You'll be able to see them if you look over the balcony, but in front of the Ferris wheel, so the Ferris wheel isn't blocking all of it. I don't know if I explained that very well, but hopefully I did. Hopefully it makes sense. I know it could be a little bit silly sometimes, so I'm trying to make things nice and clear. It's gonna be right here. Okay, we're gonna move it over 1 block, and it should be nice and centered. Not asymmetrical, but still relatively centered. Alright, there we go. I managed to make it nice and neat. I just had to put some spare stone blocks in the middle, which is actually, I think, a really good tip for if you're building in the future and you run out of materials, especially expensive ones like iron blocks. It's really good to see if you can just like throw alternatives in there so you can save on blocks. If I were to expand on that little tip for you, I would say try to choose blocks like a similar color so it's not too off-putting. Like if I put grass here, it wouldn't make much sense, but with stone, because this is like already a little bit monochrome of a block, it's not like very colorful, this works just fine. Alright, now that's all the way. I can continue with these things. Uh-oh, whoopsies, made a mistake. That's just fine, I can fix it. I'm gonna put the grass blocks in their places. And then get the rest of the lamps and all the trees up, and then maybe we can make a few stands. That'd be really cool. And also, oh yeah, by the time that's done, and all the trees and stuff are up, it should be sundown, so we can see what all the lamps look like. I'm so excited for that. Oh, it's gonna look so good. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second when the sun's down, and when all the things are up, and it's gonna look really, really, really cool. Alrighty, just about all of the things are put in, and it looks really, really good. I still have a few more to plant, so I think just around over here, we can get those nice and finished up really, really quickly. But it is now nighttime, and all the lights are on, as they should be, and it looks really, really, really cool. It's like an actual proper pier now. Uh-oh. Oh, this is slightly off. I gotta push it to the side. Uh-oh, whoopsies. But with that being said, it should be just about done now, right? Oh, one more. Now it's done, now I put in all I want to put in. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay, how late at night is it? It's still pretty early in the night. So I think what I'm gonna do before I get any more work done, or I feel like I should be any more busy, I'm gonna dive in the water really quickly. And we're gonna take a look at it from a distance. And I'm gonna see how bright it looks, because I updated my shaders recently, and they're way better now. And I'm wondering how it's gonna affect the little redstone lamps, because it probably Looks really, really amazing. Oh, actually, it's not the brightest thing ever. If we get more lights up there, it'll probably glow more. But I don't think that the lamps have the same glow as the torches do. Or at the very least, it's like a bit more like white instead of yellow. Because if I look over here, you can see like there's a lot of like light pollution and stuff for like my torches. And that's basically me saying that like the torches kind of like glow my entire town. And if you go to a distance, you can see like the whole place kind of like glows a bit yellow. But it isn't the same for the pier, which is a little weird to me. Yeah, you can see what I mean with the glowing with like my bedroom, because my whole bedroom is glowing from there because I have like a bunch of like lanterns and torches inside of it. So it makes sense. But the pier doesn't seem to have the same glow, but it doesn't mean that it looks bad though. It looks pretty good. I'm very happy about it. In fact, I'm very happy about my whole town. I keep looking back and seeing the place. It looks so pretty. I'm so happy with what I made. But yeah, if we look over here, there's still a little bit more work to be done. I think I want to add some stands like I was talking about earlier. But besides that, it should be just about good now. I definitely want to add more. I definitely want to add more before we finish up today. So I'm going to go back down now, and I'm going to keep working on it just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. And we're going to see what all I can get done before the day's over. Or before the night's over, that is. I think this is going to be one of those episodes where by the time I go back to bed or back to my bedroom, it's already daytime. And, you know, as much as I always feel bummed out about that, it's just fine. It's just fine. I'm just a little bit nocturnal sometimes. So let's get all of our buddies. Nico, so talk about Moro and Steed. I want you guys to come up here with me. So you can teleport, right? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. And enjoy some of the lights. I think my dogs like the lights a lot. They always go running to them. So hopefully they'll enjoy the pier I've made. Now there's a bunch of like really cool redstone lamps about. Oh yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna have them sit down really quickly so I can work on a few of those little stall designs I was talking about earlier, like the stands. I don't want to do too much work, but I still have a lot of wool and stuff, and it's still really exciting to me. So I'm just gonna get some of my basic colors, that being a light blue and yellow, and I'm gonna go up there and make a few of them. I don't think they're gonna serve a purpose just yet. If we want to make them have a purpose, we're gonna have to add them, or I guess add the purpose to them later on. For now, I just want them to be here so we can have something colorful and pretty to look at. It's all about the aesthetics. It's all about the aesthetics with these. So it's gonna be pretty basic, kind of like how the Fall Fest was. I'm just gonna have a few of these spread about. I'm gonna have them with tables. So these little oak slabs are gonna be like desks, like this, and it'll have like all kinds of things. I'll try to add like some concession stands where you can buy like summer themed kind of like foods, if there are any. And maybe another dunking minigame, because I know dunking minigames are not the most creative thing ever, but they're always fun. They're always fun to do. So I'll try to keep them like every fair. I think that's really funny to me. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that. All right, let's finish up this booth over here. Something like this should do. I think it looks nice. I think it does. Yeah. This looks good. This is good for a fair. I might bring it down a bit, just a tiny bit. Nothing too much. And it'll be something like this. Something like this works. Yeah, that's good. I might change it to spruce later because it blends in too much with this. So I guess for now I'm just gonna make it into these oak logs. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe it's a bit too boxy, but that's fine. I've never minded boxy. So after all, it is a block game. Yeah, something like this works. I'll have some hanging signs up, and then we'll have somebody inside selling stuff. I think that's cool. I think it's a good idea. Before the episode's over, I definitely want to have at least one game figured out. Not really like put in, at least, but like just figured out. Okay, wait. I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea. No, this is actually a really good idea. It's gonna look really weird, but it's a really good idea I just thought of right now. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to do this. I'm gonna need some more redstone, I think, to do it, because I want to have it nice and decorated with torches, or not torches, with redstone lamps. But by the time we're finished, it should be all nice. I might have to go back into the town to get some slime to do this. But it's gonna be really cool. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. I promise it's gonna be a cool minigame. I promise. Okay, I got what I wanted. Oh my gosh. I promise it's gonna make sense in just a second what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to find somewhere good to set it up. I think over here, because there's lots of free space. But this is gonna be such a simple and such a fun minigame to make. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna have it be 2 teams. I'm gonna have the light blue team and I think the lime team. And then I'll need a bunch of these little redstone lamps here. Oh, I also need, I need one more thing. I need one more thing. Oh my gosh, I'm being so forgetful. Uh-oh. Okay, now I have everything I want. Now I have everything I want. Oh, that was so weird. That was so weird. Sorry about that. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I promise I'm ready now. So, there's gonna be 2 pillars. There's gonna be 2 pillars. I think one right here. It's gonna be alternating between redstone lamps and blue wool. And there will be another one which alternates between lime wool and redstone lamps. And I think the idea of it is it's going to be a fishing rod minigame. So you're going to have 2 teams. You're going to have the team that I'm just made just now. Oh, whoopsies, whoopsies, whoopsies. You're going to climb up this ladder, and both players are going to have fishing rods. Each player is going to try and fishing rod the other one into their respective slime cubes? I don't know what to call it. They're little slime squares. And the goal of it is to try to not fall off your ladder. You're going to try to stay on the ladder for as long as you can, and the higher you get, the idea is your fishing rod will have more power to yank the other person into the slime blocks. If they fall down, you either lose a point or you win the game, depending on the way you choose to play the game. But honestly, it should be really, really good. Okay, it's done. I don't know if it's gonna play well. Alright, I'm gonna save this for a future episode so I can get somebody to play this with me. But for now, it's just gonna sit here until that happens. And it will also give me some time to work on that big Ferris wheel that I've been thinking about, because at the moment, it's looking like it's gonna be a little bit slim. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about it, but I'm super duper excited about it, especially because I still have, like I said, a lot of materials and a lot of wool to work with, and I think it's gonna look really, really, really amazing. But for now, let me get all of my dogs so we can head back home, because I have done so much work today and I really need to rest. Which, if you think about it, is really funny because I think it's just about to be night soon. The sun is setting. So I guess it's kind of perfect, really. It wasn't actually one of those episodes where I went home and it was actually becoming morning. It's actually one of those episodes where I stayed up so far past the morning that I went to bed on the right time. But with that being said, I think it's time to go home and get some rest for myself and my dogs. So, as always, I'm going to make sure I have all of them. Moro, Nico, Steed, Sir Dogla. Okay, good. And we're going to head down to the cozy canine cabin and get everybody to go to bed. Oh yeah, and I have one more thing to talk about. Just one more thing at the very least. I have this idea. I've had this idea in my mind for quite a while. I wanted to build something new in the city square here. I didn't know exactly where to put it because so much of the space is preoccupied. I didn't want to get rid of this park because it's super duper important to me. And I've been thinking I am going to put a Hall of Fame up somewhere soon. It's not going to be one of those things where I ask you guys where it is because I think I might get started on it pretty soon after this video is done. And I'm thinking that I'm either going to put it here, like I listed over here, the Minecart Track Art Hall for community art and stuff, or I could put it somewhere underneath the park by adding an entrance right over here, or maybe even adding it as a separate place that you can get to from my house. But whatever happens, around here, somewhere in this general area, there is going to be a Hall of Fame soon where I can do a bunch of shoutouts, and if you make community art and post it in the Discord, which I will have in the description, you can actually have your art shown here. But that's for the future. That's not going up just yet, so I'm gonna go get right back on schedule and we're gonna go to bed. Alright, buddies. Alrighty. Moro, Nika, where are you, Steed? Where are you, Steed? Nope, you're Dog-a-lot. Where's Steed? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Everybody's here. Nobody's missing. Alright, perfect. So Dog-a-lot, are you okay? You're just kind of sitting in the corner with it. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to come over here with me. That was really worrying. Where'd he go? He just went through the wall. What just happened? He went through the, oh, there he is. He went outside the building somehow. No, I need you to go over here, Sir Dog-a-lot. Oh my goodness, that was very silly of you. Okay. I don't want to spend so much time that it becomes morning again. I'm gonna hurry up and get to bed I really need to go to bed. Oh, it looks so pretty though. It looks so pretty. I might want to add something beneath it a little bit because the place under the supports looks a little bit odd. This should be just fine. It's something that I'll be able to easily fix. And I'm very, very happy about it. But now I am gonna go to bed and take a nap. I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching and that you have a wonderful day with whatever you're doing in the real world. That's all from me and all my rambling. I am about to go to bed. I will see you guys in the next video.